Well, hey everybody, Andy Kvernen here with another Cornerstone Connection Daily Devotional. You know, in this week's Bible reading, we're actually in a passage that I just preached here at Cornerstone a couple of weeks ago. It's the passage in Hebrews 7 where we learn that Jesus is a high priest in the order of Melchizedek. And Melchizedek is one of those obscure figures. We talked about him. You can go back and listen to the sermon if you want to know more about Melchizedek. And by the way, I know it was a challenging sermon, so thanks for hanging in there with me. But one of the verses that Hebrews 7 unpacks that I didn't get a lot of time to discuss when I preached this passage a couple of weeks ago was verse 25. And in verse 25, it introduces a concept that at first blush makes us think a little bit. Okay, it says this. It says, consequently, he, meaning Jesus, who is the high priest in the order of Melchizedek, he is able to save to the uttermost those who draw near to God through him, since he always lives to make intercession for them. There's a couple of words in there that indicate a chronological emphasis, okay? This word always, that he always lives. There's a timeline represented there in Jesus' life and in Jesus' ministry, and it's ongoing. And it's there. But also, it says this. It says, consequently, he's able to save to the uttermost, to the uttermost, to the end of time. He's able to save. And friends, I don't know about you, but I often think about salvation as a point in time. I might think of it like, me going to the doctor if I'm sick and getting some medicine and being saved from that illness. I take the medicine and I go home, and in a couple of days, I'm saved from that illness's effect. And I might appreciate that. I might even celebrate that. Of course, some of you have been healed from far more significant things than what just a little bit of medicine can do for healing. But the reality is that no matter how many times we're saved from physical malady, we still end up getting sick again. We still end up in bodies that go south, that are degenerate, that eventually start to fail over time. But what's fascinating and what's amazing about what the writer of Hebrews says here is that he is able to save to the uttermost those who draw near to God through him. He's able to save to the end of time those who draw near to God through him. And see, that points out to us this, that salvation is not only a point in time, but it's also a process, and it's also a destination. We've been saved, and friends, we know that by the biblical narrative and by our own experience for those of us who are in Christ. We've been saved by the blood of Christ as we've confessed our faith in him for the salvation of our souls. We've admitted our sin and our need for his grace. We've confessed our belief that he died on a cross and rose again, and that only by putting our trust in his effective work at the cross, in putting our trust in his blood poured out for us to wash us and make us clean, only by putting our trust in him can we be saved. And friends, that happened at a point in time. There was a point in time where we made that decision and we invited Jesus to forgive us. We received that free gift of grace. And there'll come a day, not only is it a point in time, friends, but also it's a destination. There'll come a day when Jesus is going to return. And what we know is that even though we put our trust in him, we're still struggling. We still struggle with the effects of sin. Our bodies still break down. Our relationships are still difficult. There'll come a day when Jesus is going to return. He's going to save us from all of that stuff. He's going to save us from the effects of sin. And we look forward to that day. And in the meantime, we're being saved. We're being transformed day by day, moment by moment, more and more into the likeness of Jesus as we submit ourselves to him. And see, salvation, it's a point, it's a process, and it's a destination. I've been saved, I'm being saved, and I will be saved. Here's where Hebrews 7:25 comes into play. Friends, our confidence is this, that he is able to save to the uttermost. He's able to save at the beginning and in the middle and at the end. He's able to save to the uttermost those who draw near to God through him, since he always lives to make intercession for them. What's the guarantee of his ability to save us at a point in time and in the middle and at the end? Well, it's that he's always alive. He's always praying. He's always interceding for us, doing that which is necessary to lead us to the uttermost, to lead us to the end. He's always there. Friends, Know this, whatever you're going through today, Jesus is working on you. He's working in you. He's working for you. And no doubt as you submit to him, he's working through you. Put your trust in Jesus. He's the one who saves us to the uttermost. We can rest in him today and always. God bless you, friends. Have a great day. And Lord willing, we'll see you again soon on the Cornerstone Connection Daily Devotional.